Whether you're struggling with your flexibility or looking to take your flexibility to the next level, you're going to want to get help from some tools. So today we are going to talk about my top 10 favorite Amazon products that will help push your flexibility to the next level. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So 10 different tools that have helped make me a more flexible person. If you all are unfamiliar with my background, while I was a dancer in my teens and my 20s, I didn't have a lot of flexibility. I maybe had some loose hamstrings. I've always been able to touch my fingertips to the ground, but otherwise I really struggled. And when I started training in my mid-30s, I was shocked to see how unflexible I was, especially compared to everyone else I was training with in my class. I became obsessed with getting more flexible and pushing myself to the next level. And when I first started, coming from taking a lot of dance classes where it's just you and the floor, I really didn't want to use any tools. I was like, there's so many dancers that are so flexible. What do I need this stuff for? And little by little, I learned there's different products that can just be so beneficial. If you're not flexible yet, they can help you achieve greater flexibility. If you're working towards something really, really challenging, they'll help you get there, or they'll help support you until you can get there yourself. So we're going to go through the list, and you're going to want to stick around till the end because the last product is obviously my favorite product for improving your flexibility. Also, before we get into it, I do have Amazon affiliate links listed down below. If there's anything that stands out that you really want to purchase, you can purchase down below. I will earn a small commission and I will really appreciate it. However, I just want you to know that this was all stuff that I used before I ever had any sort of Amazon link. So I'm not trying to upsell you anything crazy. I'm just talking about products that I actually use. All right, let's get into it. Number one, whether you have good knees or bad knees, either way, you want to keep those knees good. So I get these yoga knee pads, and what I mostly have them for is for when I train outside my home, because in my home I have some good stuff here that I can use, which we'll get to later on in the list. But when I go to other studios and say I don't feel like bringing my mat, or I take a lot of aerial classes and a lot of them have thinner mats than I would normally like to use, I love to use these knee cushions. The brand name is weird. It's like Yif and Gingy or something like that. And they're called yoga knee pads. However, whenever I think of knee pads, I think of the ones you put on. And the reason I like these more than like knee pads that you would actually slide up your leg is because when I'm wearing actual knee pads, I feel like constricted. I feel like I can't bend at the knee joint as much, and also I feel like the elastic like digs into my knee. Here, you need the pad, you throw it under your knee. You don't need it, you move it away. It's nice, soft, and cushiony, and they're really light, so they're easy to throw in my bag and just bring with me wherever I need them. So that is my number one tool. Moving along, number two, and number two is actually number two and number three. So we'll start with the number two of number two, which is yoga blocks. Now, specifically, I love these big, thick yoga blocks. I obviously like to use them for more than just flexibility training, as they're great to lean on when I'm talking to the camera, or sometimes I teach Zoom sessions. It's really nice to have a place for my arms. But honestly, the big ones over the skinny ones, because these, when you put your weight into them, they'll hold you up. The skinnier ones, I shouldn't say skinny ones because I have skinny yoga blocks too, but the skinnier ones, they wobble around a lot more. They're not as supportive, though I still do like them too. They just didn't make the list. But thick yoga blocks, and honestly, I would get more than 2. I would get 4, because when you start getting more flexible, there's so many exercises where you could just use more yoga blocks, such as oversplits, or there's different types of back bends or whatever. Love these yoga blocks. I've had them since the pandemic, so like 6 years. I use them almost every day. So definitely these are number 2. And then number 3, I have super skinny yoga blocks. So not like the skinnier. These are like, they almost look like a tablet, these yoga blocks. And for getting my chest stand. And I also use them for knee support sometimes. And I also use them as a coffee holder. But these yoga blocks for chest stands are next level, because the normal sized yoga blocks, even the smaller variation of this, it's just really challenging to go from using yoga blocks under your shoulders in your chest stand practice to getting a full chest stand on the floor. The skinny blocks really help mediate between levels, and I absolutely love them. Now, I'm sorry, number 4 is also 4, 5, and 6. So number 4, standard yoga mat. I love me a classic print yoga mat by Gaiam. I find that they are the stickiest. I slide the least. I think they're pretty. So that's yoga mat number 1. Yoga mat number 2. The Gaiam is skinny. So what I do is I have a thicker yoga mat. This one is by Amazon Basics. I have the purple one, which I don't think they make the purple one anymore, but they do have other colors like pink and black and all of that. But this one is thick and spongy, but it's so slidey. So I use the Gaiam one with the Amazon Basics one. That's what I have at home. That's what I always use. It lives here. I don't take it to studios because it's kind of awkward to carry around, but I love using it at home. It's just the perfect thickness. My knees feel nothing. And remember, you guys, I'm 46. So for me to say my knees feel nothing is really good. So that's yoga mat number 2. And then finally, when I do have to bring a yoga mat with me, I have this one by Woo Wan, and I, first of all, love the design. Secondly, it's thicker than the Gaiam, but thinner than the Amazon Basics, and it's got like a fabric-y material on it. It can be slightly slippery, but I'd rather it be slightly slippery but support my knees than be sticky and hurt my body. This is the mat I bring with me when I go out, or sometimes if I don't want to bring it, I bring the knee pads. But either way, those are my 3 favorite mats that I use. And if anything happened to any of them, I would just buy another one because I love them so much. All right, we're at number 7 now. I guess before we continue on, can I ask you guys to please hit the like and subscribe button with the notification bell on. The notification bell really helps me. It really supports me. And of course, if you have any comments about any of these products, definitely let me know in the comment box below. I make these videos really quickly. I try and squeeze in all the information, but sometimes my brain doesn't work, or I have word salad and not everything that needs to be said gets said. So always ask me questions. So happy to answer. Number 7. A loopy strap. A loopy strap. Loopy strap, besides great for shoulders, also just amazing for back bends. So many different things you can do with it. And plus you can move in loop by loop, so you can follow your progress with your eyeballs based on the loops. Just really love it. I love it. But now we got to go to number 8. That's a strap too. That is just a plain yoga strap with like a metal piece for adjusting. And that way, if you need a bigger loop, or say you're newer to flexibility, a plain strap will be easier to like slide your hands down and adjust everything to where you want it. So a plain strap as well, number 8. I'm wearing one right now. A back warmer. Here, I'll show you right now. I love this. I don't even know the brand name. You'll see it down below. But it's basically, I mean, you don't have to buy the one I'm recommending. You could make your own. Just take a sweater, sew elastic into it. This one was super cheap when I got it. I'm not sure of how much it retails for right now. There's also fancy ones out there that are like $100, but the one I'm wearing is good enough for me, but back warmer. Sometimes, especially in class, you'll be working out, and then all of a sudden the teacher will stop to explain something to you. And as the teacher stops and you're sitting there and listening, you'll start to like cool down a little bit. The back warmer will keep the heat in. I'm telling you guys, no natural back flexibility. I need to keep this spine nice and warm so that I can do all the things. So back warmer is so great. You know what else it's great for? Is if, say, you take an aerial class and then you have to go take a flexibility class and your flexibility class is in a different location. Wearing the back warmer kind of keeps everything warm still, so that by the time I get to flex class, I haven't completely cooled down and I'm usually good to go. And we're almost at the final thing. Before we get there, one last reminder, like and subscribe. Let me know any questions in the comments. All right, let's go. Last thing, it's so dumb, but it's so helpful, and that's yoga socks. Yoga socks, these ones are old and disgusting, but basically yoga socks have traction at the bottom, and the ones I'm putting down below are hardy. There's a lot of cheap yoga socks on the market that slip off your feet easily or that tear easily. The ones down below are good ones. They have really good traction. The traction lasts for a long time. No matter what you do, the treads are going to wear off if you wear them every day after like a year or so. But I've had really good experiences with the ones I'm listing. It's so dumb because it's just a sock. But you guys, I couldn't even hold a downward dog before because my feet sweat so much. Even with a sticky mat, they just sweat. It also makes it impossible for me to grab my feet because, again, just sweaty feet. Wearing these yoga socks, one, allows me to not slip and slide in my practice, but two, makes it easier for me to reach back and grab. And also, when you wear a sock, if you're not flexible enough yet to actually grab your feet, a sock basically extends your foot, gives you a long foot, and it still counts. So yoga socks, so valuable, so amazing. Definitely you gotta get some, whether you get the ones I'm recommending or a different pair. And that's all I got for you today. Before I leave you, I want to remind you, I have previous flexibility tutorials for all levels using all of these tools. So maybe now that you might be going out and getting some of these, go back, watch one of my videos, follow along, and see how these tools help you. All right, until the next time, I hope you guys have a fit and fabulous day. Bye-bye.